So it's a very exciting day, viewers. Welcome back. I've been away for a while. That's what happens in this business. You know, a lot of stuff happens and then nothing happens. So today is a really important day because today we have something happening on my plot. Yes, we have the topographical survey happening, which is really exciting. We are one step away from having the foundation down. So before you do your foundation, you need a topographical survey. And I'm going to hand you over now to Tony. There's Tony. Hello, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Who works for A&B Surveys, right, Tony?
Absolutely.
And he is on my plot today doing the topographical survey. Now, I have no idea what that means, so Tony's going to just explain to us what a topographical survey is and what the steps that need to be taken before your foundation can go down and after the foundation is down. Is that all right, Tony?
That's fine.
So,
right, so step one, topographical survey. And this involves measuring your plot, measuring the boundaries, measuring the levels, measuring the road line, and then fixing some control points on the ground so that you can then set out the slab in its correct location on the plot. And then from that, it then is dug, poured, and then I come back again and I put some little pins in the foundation to show exactly where the slab is going to be on the foundation itself before it's constructed.
So usually, according to your estimate, it's going to be 3 visits. So the first visit is this one, when you basically lay out the whole plot, find out the exact position to the road. You're going to survey all this area.
Indeed.
Then you send those plans to my architect, right?
That's right.
So this is what you have to do next. Is basically he will then send his findings to your architect, who basically designed your house, or the people like Dan Wood in this case. This is getting complicated. Hold on. We're going to use Dan Wood's foundation plans, right? The CAD from Dan Wood of your foundation plan, which is the drawing exactly what your foundation dimensions are and depth and everything. They'll send that. My architect has that. Tony will then send his results to my architect. He will then lay those plans on top. How does that work?
He'll pick up the slab design in CAD and he'll put it on the plot in exactly the correct location for your planning permission. So he knows where that is because he's designed where your house is going. I don't. So until he does that, I've got no idea where it will sit on the plot itself. So once he's done that, he then sends it back to me and I know exactly where it goes on my survey drawing. So when I return to site, I can put it exactly in the plot where it should go.
So then you come back. So after the second visit, Tony will come back and then peg out from the results he's got and with the surveying equipment, peg out exactly where the foundation is going to be dug. Indeed. And exactly the position. Now my foundation's kind of strange in the fact that it's on a slight tilt, which will really delight Tony. It's on a slight 8-degree tilt. But it's on an 8-degree tilt, and then once Tony's done that, then the foundation will be dug, right, Tony? And then they'll come in, and then my groundworks team will come in, and then after that, Tony will come back a third time, correct?
Yeah. And the third process will be visiting the site. I'll have the slab design in my instrument, so I'll know exactly where the slab should sit on the foundation, and then I'll come and precisely set that out to an accuracy of under 2 or 3 millimeters. So effectively, it doesn't matter if your building is slightly at an angle or anything like that, because the instrument works on coordinates. I don't use building lines or anything like that. It's all in the instrument, so that the instrument knows where it is. It then tells me where to navigate to get to the point on the slab itself.
So if that makes any sense to you, it makes sense to me. It's quite complicated, but it is a step we have to go through as self-builders. There may be other ways of doing it. I don't think there are. Dan Wood has this very precise. It's a raft foundation, I think Dan Wood used, don't they?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's a raft foundation, and that has to be. So Tony has to come here and get that precisely right, because we all know as Dan Wood buyers, well, you don't know yet if you haven't done this, the foundation is critical, because they have to examine it before they can start building the house in the factory in Poland. The foundation has to be exactly where it is, the right size, the right height, everything coming up in the right place, or they won't build the house. So that's why Tony's here, to make sure everything is precise to the millimetre. Do you work to millimetres?
Indeed.
So let's see what Tony's going to do. We're going to let Tony get on, because he's got a lot to do, and we'll sort of follow him on the way. So Tony's over there doing his surveying. Just to give you a rough idea of costing for all this, luckily because I have a downward house being built next to me, we are sharing the topographical survey costs, which means that he has to come out the 3 times, but that'll sort of minimise his visits. The quote for this first visit is £600 to do both the properties, and then each visit after that is £450. So it's 300 for me for the first one, 450, 225, that's 450, so it's 400, 700, about 700, 800 pounds to do the topographical survey. That's not with it, and then of course go add VAT to that. Question to ask myself and to anyone else is the topographical survey, can you get the VAT back on that? Because as you know, with a self-builder you can get VAT back on the actual build itself, but can you get it back on the survey and stuff like that? Let's see how Tony's doing. Anyway, it's a lovely day on the site today, and very exciting because there is actually something happening. As you can see on the other sites now, we've got quite a lot of activity too. Plot 6 over there is pretty well built. Then you've got plot 4 here, which have got their foundation down. No activity in plot 3 yet. Plot 2 is mine, and plot 1 is the downward house over there. So once this is done and once the plans have been done, then hopefully in October, which we are now, the foundation will be going down, which we'll be filming in detail, of course.